I'm not drunk. I calculated my alcohol. Okay.
First game on the list is Red Dead Redemption 2. Galloped onto the scene in 2018, it was hailed as a masterpiece. A sprawling cinematic western filled with heart, grit, and an insane attention to detail. But when GOTY season came around, it was overshadowed by God of War. Now, sure, God of War is amazing, but Red Dead Redemption 2 is a different kind of magic. A slow burn epic that makes you feel like you've been dropped into the late 1800s. The story is rich with betrayal, loyalty, and redemption, and the open world is jaw-dropping. Whether you're bonding with your horse, hunting, or just soaking in the gorgeous sunsets, every moment feels like it was handcrafted. And don't even get me started on the little things, like how your beard grows in real time, or how NPCs remember your previous encounters. It's the ultimate cowboy simulator. It might have missed GOTY, but for many, this is the real champion. If you haven't played it yet, saddle up. You're in for one heck of a ride. Next game is Bloodborne. It didn't just miss a GOTY win, it also created an entirely new legion of fans who still argue it deserved the title in 2015. This action RPG blends cosmic horror with brutal, fast-paced combat. If Dark Souls is a careful dance of defense, Bloodborne is its reckless cousin, rewarding aggression and guts over shields and patience. You play as a hunter, exploring nightmarish landscapes filled with grotesque enemies and cryptic lore that makes you question reality itself. The story unfolds in bits and pieces, leaving your imagination to fill in the terrifying blanks. And the bosses? Absolutely horrifying in the best way. Each one feels like a test of willpower and skill. The game's visuals are pure nightmare fuel, but somehow you can't look away. It's an adrenaline-fueled, heart-pounding experience that redefined what a horror game could be. While it didn't win GOTY, The Witcher 3 took that honor. Bloodborne stands as one of the greatest games of all time, a must-play for anyone ready to embrace the thrill of the hunt. Next up, we have Ghost of Tsushima. It was released in 2020. It felt like the perfect storm of gorgeous visuals, emotional storytelling, and brutally satisfying combat, yet it didn't win the coveted GOTY title. You take on the role of a samurai who must balance his honor and the necessity of embracing dishonorable tactics to protect his people. It's a game that brilliantly captures the essence of samurai tradition while exploring themes of sacrifice, identity, and survival. The open world is nothing short of awesome, with vast, beautifully crafted landscapes that range from lush forests to stark, windswept fields. The combat is fluid and satisfying, with an emphasis on precision and timing. But it's not just the gameplay that hooks you, it's the story. Jin's personal journey and the moral dilemmas he faces keep you emotionally invested, and you'll constantly find yourself questioning your own choices. While The Last of Us Part 2 took home the 2020 GOTY, Ghost of Tsushima stands tall as one of the most immersive and unforgettable experiences of the generation. If you haven't played it yet, it's definitely worth the dive. Next up we have Dishonored 2. It is one of those games that didn't get the recognition it truly deserved when it launched. Released in 2016, this stealth action title by Arcane Studios is a masterclass in design, storytelling, and player choice. Despite glowing reviews, it didn't snag the GOTY award, leaving many to wonder why. In Dishonored 2, you get to choose between two characters, Emily Kaldwin, the Empress's daughter, and Corvo Attano, the iconic protagonist from the first game. Both have unique abilities that let you approach levels in a variety of ways, whether you're sneaking through, causing mayhem, or taking a more creative route. The game is a playground for experimentation, and its brilliant level design allows you to solve problems using different strategies, encouraging replayability. The world is visually striking, filled with steampunk-inspired cities and eerie landscapes, and the narrative is deep, with political intrigue and personal stakes. Yet, for some reason, it was overshadowed by other titles in 2016. If you love immersive sim games and want to experience a richly detailed world with endless possibilities, Dishonored 2 is a must-play.
You won't get away! You're gonna die! You, come here!
Next game is Uncharted 4. It is an absolute gem that didn't walk away with GOTY in 2016, which is a true crime when you think about it. This action-adventure game follows Nathan Drake on one last treasure hunt. The game blends tight, cinematic action sequences with deep storytelling that will leave you on the edge of your seat. The visuals in Uncharted 4 are awesome, with rich environments that bring each setting to life, from dense jungles to crumbling cities. The fluid animations and realistic character models further enhance the immersion. But it's not just about looking pretty. The game offers refined gameplay mechanics, including climbing, shooting, and puzzle solving, all of which work seamlessly together to keep the action dynamic and exciting. The emotional depth of Nathan Drake's character arc is truly impressive, as he grapples with the idea of leaving behind his adventurous past. And while the game did win several awards, it somehow missed the top spot for GOTY. If you haven't experienced this masterpiece yet, do yourself a favor. Uncharted 4 is a must-play.
Christ! Hey, get out of
here! Next on the list is Doom 2016. It didn't win GOTY, and honestly, that's sad. This reboot of the legendary franchise brought the series back to its roots, delivering intense combat and a sense of freedom that fans had been craving. If you love fast-paced shooters with no room for downtime, this is the game for you. The game is a relentless thrill ride, where you tear through demons with over-the-top weapons and satisfyingly brutal glory kills. Every moment feels like a rush, and the soundtrack, composed by Mick Gordon, cranks up the intensity with its heavy metal score. Doom doesn't care about fancy storylines or hand-holding. It's all about brutal action, and it nails that in every aspect. The level design is top-notch, and the game feels great to play, with smooth, responsive controls that make every encounter satisfying. Despite all that, Doom 2016 missed out on the GOTY win. Maybe it was too hardcore for some, but it's one of the most fun and rewarding shooters out there. And if you haven't played it yet, you're missing out. Next up, we have Marvel's Spider-Man 2018. It is undoubtedly one of the most iconic superhero games of all time, yet it didn't win GOTY, and that's a real shame. This action-adventure game lets you swing through the streets of New York City as the one and only Spider-Man. The mechanics feel fluid and natural, making you feel like you're truly inhabiting Peter Parker's shoes. What makes this game stand out is the balance between the superhero action and the personal life of Peter Parker. The story is emotionally rich, filled with well-developed characters like Mary Jane and Miles Morales, and it delves into Spider-Man's struggle to juggle his responsibilities. The combat is fast, satisfying, and rewarding, blending smooth, acrobatic moves with an extensive upgrade system. While it wasn't crowned GOAT, it's still considered by many as a perfect superhero game. The graphics are stunning, the voice acting is top-notch, and the open-world exploration is immersive. If you haven't swung through New York yet, it's definitely worth playing. Next game is Control. It is an intense, mind-bending third-person shooter that was nearly a GOTY contender, but didn't quite get the recognition it deserved. The game is set in the mysterious Federal Bureau of Control, a secret government agency investigating paranormal events. You play as a young woman searching for her missing brother while navigating a bizarre and shifting world full of strange powers. What sets Control apart is its narrative and its mysterious, surreal world. The plot is constantly twisting, with numerous layers of secrets to uncover, but it's the gameplay that really shines. The combat blends telekinetic powers with traditional shooting mechanics. You can throw objects, fly, or create shields in the heat of battle. The visual design is stunning, with environments shifting and bending in strange, unsettling ways. Despite the praise, Control didn't take home the GOTY trophy, but it remains a standout title for its unique approach to storytelling and gameplay. Its eerie atmosphere and excellent gameplay make it a must-play for anyone who enjoys a good mystery mixed with action. If you're into the weird, the wonderful, and the unexplained, this one's definitely worth your time. Next up, we have Horizon Zero Dawn. It is an open-world action RPG developed by Guerrilla Games, set in a post-apocalyptic world where robotic creatures dominate the land. You play as Aloy, a young hunter and archer with a mysterious past, tasked with uncovering the secrets of the world while battling robotic creatures and surviving in a harsh environment. The game stands out for its beautiful, expansive open world, filled with dense forests, towering mountains, and ancient ruins. Its combat system blends ranged and melee attacks, allowing players to take down robotic enemies in creative ways. Aloy's expertise with a bow and her ability to use technology to manipulate enemies makes for dynamic gameplay. Despite its critical acclaim, Horizon Zero Dawn didn't win the GOTY award, though it was a fan favorite and garnered numerous accolades. Its storytelling, world building, and innovative combat mechanics make it a must-play title for anyone who loves adventure games. The sequel, Horizon Forbidden West, continued the story, but Zero Dawn remains a standout in the open-world genre. Next game is Alan Wake 2. It is the long-awaited sequel to the 2010 psychological thriller by Remedy Entertainment. In this game, players step into the shoes of two protagonists, Alan Wake, the famous writer who's trapped in a nightmarish world, and FBI agent Saga Anderson, tasked with solving a grisly murder mystery. The game blends survival horror, psychological thriller, and mystery in a narrative-driven experience that's rich in atmosphere and suspense. The sequel picks up on the original's eerie narrative, introducing new gameplay mechanics that further immerse players into its disturbing world. One of the highlights of Alan Wake 2 is its gripping storytelling, which explores the boundaries between fiction and reality. The game utilizes a darker, more psychological approach than its predecessor, making the player question what's real and what's part of the protagonist's mind. Despite critical acclaim for its story, visuals, and atmospheric tension, Alan Wake 2 didn't win GOTY, but has continued to garner praise for being a standout survival horror experience. If you enjoy deep, narrative-driven games with a mix of mystery and horror, Alan Wake 2 is definitely one to revisit.
General!
Occultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Next game is Stranding. It is a game that pushes the boundaries of storytelling and gameplay. The game blends open-world exploration, social connections, and survival elements in a way that no other game has quite done before. The game's story is filled with bizarre yet captivating twists, featuring famous actors like Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, and Lea Seydoux. While Stranding doesn't fit the traditional mold of action-packed gameplay, its unique strand system, where players help each other by leaving items, structures, and messages, sets it apart from typical open-world games. Despite receiving a lot of praise for its creativity, direction, and breathtaking visuals, Stranding didn't win Game of the Year. However, its innovative approach and deep narrative make it one of those games that should definitely be on your radar and is worth replaying for its compelling storytelling and serene, yet haunting, gameplay. Last game is Outer Wilds. It is a masterpiece that blends exploration, mystery, and time manipulation into an unforgettable experience. Players take on the role of an astronaut exploring a solar system stuck in a time loop, where every 22 minutes the sun goes supernova, resetting everything. The game's charm lies in its open-world nature. You're free to explore each planet, uncover secrets, and piece together the story at your own pace. The more you explore, The more the mysteries unfold, and each discovery feels like a reward. What sets Outer Wilds apart from other exploration games is its innovative gameplay loop, which encourages curiosity and problem-solving. The planets are meticulously designed, with each one offering different environmental challenges and hidden clues to solve the ultimate mystery of the time loop. Despite its critical acclaim for being fresh and thought-provoking, Outer Wilds didn't win Game of the Year, though it undoubtedly deserved it. The combination of puzzle solving, unique world building, and captivating story makes it one of those games worth revisiting for its intricate design and the joy of discovery. If you haven't played it yet, now is the perfect time to dive into the unknown. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on the latest and greatest games. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Got a game you'd love to see in a future video? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned and see you next time.